I knew that I would probably have the biggest target on my back. Having won before and then being such a loud character. I mean, Tim doesn't fly under the radar. So I knew that my strategy would have to be to avoid nominations at all cost, which I did a pretty good job at. I was the last to be nominated in the House and lasted 56 days in there without being nominated. I thought as soon as I'm nominated, people are going to take the shot because, I'm such a big player, and I don't think any of them would have wanted to have been sitting next to me at finale. So, that was my main strategy to avoid being nominated, and to do that by building relationships in the House. So strategic relationships where people would see me more as an asset, not a threat. So, I mean, if you've got a big player like me in the House, the target's always going to be off you. So I could be a shield for a lot of players. So that meant not targeting some of the other big players in the House, like Johnson, who I formed a really strategic deal with early on in the game, which kept me from being nominated by the newbies. I think I always knew that the OGs would, although I underestimated how much they would play with their hearts. They're such heart players. And I think that it comes from the old version of the game, not requiring strategy. It was about personal relationships. And so I do have a lot of heart. If you peel back the strategic mastermind, I am a very caring guy, but all's fair in love and war when you're playing a game. And I was there to try and get as far as I could. So I felt like the OGs didn't trust my game strategy, and maybe were a bit critical of it, which at a certain point I would feel like I needed to sort of jump ship and work with the newbies more. And I'm really proud that I did that, because when it came to the first time I was nominated this week, and it was a double eviction sitting alongside Reggie and Estelle, I survived that. And I don't think anybody would have thought that I could have survived my first eviction and it being a double against two of the biggest players in the game. And that was because I'd put in a lot of work building relationship with the newbies like Johnson and Alicia. I guess that was another big motivation to go back, was the thought that no one in Australia has ever won twice. I've been told maybe someone in the US has, but I mean, it is something that I came so close in Big Brother Canada. I got to finale night and came third, that I did come back to the game thinking, oh gosh, what if I did actually win another crown? But I think I knew it was an impossible task, being such a big player.